Hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another SH Figuarts review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Vegeta 24,000 power level from the Namek Saga. I gotta say, I did not pre-order this guy through Premium Bandai, and after seeing him, I kind of regretted it. So I kind of gave in and bought this guy off of Nin Game. So thank you Nin Game for having this available for purchase. No, I'm not getting Kui, by the way, so maybe. Wait a month. So besides anything else, without further ado, let's take him out and see what he comes with. Alright, so here we have Vegeta and all of his gremlin glory. So, this guy stands at a whopping 6 inches? That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Vegeta, you're actually 6 inches now. Well, there's other Vegetas that are definitely taller, but this guy is short. I'm going to put some comparison images to showcase him in terms of comparing with other figure sizes, because he is the shortest king out there. So, yeah. In terms of aesthetic, I do think this guy looks pretty freaking good. The one issue that I have is that I think his chest is a little bit too broad, but besides that, I have no other issue with him. I think overall, this is probably the best Vegeta that we've gotten in a while. Sadly, he is still only a 2.0 Vegeta because for some reason they hate Vegeta and don't want to give him a singular update, because we're getting 2 more Vegetas within the next year that are having this exact same body build, which sucks in my opinion. But the face is probably the most Vegeta accurate face that we've ever gotten in terms of figures, which is awesome. I'm hoping that now they can actually just put more dedication onto the faces to be more anime accurate, because as we've seen, the new Blue Vegeta that's coming out, I think in September, is very accurate to the Super anime, and also the Vegeta without the shoulder pads is going to be super accurate to the anime as well. So, moving on to the articulation for the head, it is annoying that we are still doing this, Bandai, but he does have a ball hinge neck, which sucks so much because you can barely get much range in terms of him looking down. Looking up is pretty freaking good, but you're going to get a little bit of a gap on the neck. If you don't mind that, that's perfect, but I don't mind it as well. So if you were to just hide the neck a little bit without the scouter falling off the ear, then you should be completely fine in that regard. So yeah, he can look up pretty darn well, and he can move his head side to side pretty good and left to right because it's good. I just hate that it's a ball hinge. With a ball peg, double ball peg, it would have been so much better. Arms, you can get a T-pose if you want, for sure. And yes, you might be wondering, well, the shoulder pads are a little bit in the way. Yeah, they are, but you can sort of hide those joints or like that, so it still works. Now, move away the shoulder pad, which are on hinges on the back, which look really nice. This is probably the best way that they can do the shoulder pads for these characters, besides putting an actual hinge right here and just moving them like regular. But hopefully one day we can get super soft plastic shoulder pads that can just move however you want. But for the arm, you can rotate it 360 degrees with a little bit of the actual shoulder pad blocking you. He does have a bicep swivel that you can swivel around however you want. A double jointed elbow that works pretty nicely, even though it does make his arm look super short, in my opinion. And also, for the ab crunch, it's almost non-existent, I will tell you that. So, going forward, ab crunch, I can't get anything. That's as much as I can get, and that's pretty much nothing. You can get a little bit, but that's like, again, nothing. I don't like how little to no app crunch there is on this figure. Going backwards, again, almost non-existent. Sucks a lot because the Satan armor is supposed to be one of the most flexible and durable armors out there in the actual series, but it kind of sucks when it's transferred into figure form because most of the time it's very inaccurate and almost blocks the articulation. So app crunch is a no-go. He does rotate side to side if you want a little bit, and for the legs he can do splits for a little bit, not too much. That's as far as he can go. Kicking forward, it's pretty good. You can probably get a little more than 90 degrees. Going backwards, about 90 degrees or a little more if you want as well, so that works very well. He does have a thigh swivel that works effectively, a double jointed knee that works very well. I really like this double jointed knee, and of course probably still the worst boot design there is for any Vegeta, where the peg is for some reason in the front and the ball peg here is in the front, as the socket here is in the front as well, so you're gonna get little to no range at all. So going forward about that far, going backwards about this far, that's nothing. Well, you can get a little more than that, and you can of course swivel side to side, but I hate it. I still hate the way they design these boots specifically, and there's no boot swivel, so that sucks. Hinge, it works. Not the greatest, but also not the worst. I think it works effectively for what it is. So yeah, in terms of articulation, he's lacking on some things, but he's also pretty good on others. Don't fall for me, god damn it, Vegeta. So yeah. Now, let's take a look at the accessories, because he does come with quite a bit. So yeah, let's take a look at those real quick. Alright, so in terms of accessories, he definitely doesn't come with much, which kind of sucks, especially because he's a premium Bandai exclusive that's valued at $65, and that definitely sucks. I definitely paid a little more than what I should have for this figure, but in terms of accessories, he does come with a grunting face, which looks really, really good, and this one does have the extra ear for you to put it onto other figure or other faceplates. A shouting faceplate that looks absolutely beautiful, and a grinning faceplate, which is very much like early Z Vegeta. And now we have probably the best improvement that they've done on something that I've always hated with a passion, and that is the crossed arms. My god, how long did it take them to figure out that they needed to switch the pegs on the shoulders instead of the bicep swivel? My god, Bandai, thank you so much for doing that. It's a little loose. I think I can take it off. I can take it off. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but yeah, I can take it off. Maybe I can do it on the other one too, but I don't want to because I don't want to break it. But this looks so much better than previous crossed arms, and probably won't give me as much of an issue like the other ones, because you guys know how much I despise those freaking crossed arm sections. Now, for hands, he doesn't come with the most hands. He comes with 2 karate chop hands, 2 ki blast shooting hands or grasping hands, and 2 exposed hands, open palm hands for shooting a lot of ki blasts. So yeah, he's missing the dirty fireworks stuff, which is included on Kiwi's end, which I think sucks the most, because Kiwi is a slightly cheaper figure by $5 and more of a unique sculpt as well, because it's Kiwi. They've never done Kiwi, they've done Vegeta hundreds of times, so I think Kiwi is more valuable, really. But going towards my final thoughts, I think this Vegeta is fine. He is the best looking Vegeta for sure. So that's definitely a plus on this guy's end. But I don't think he's very much worth it. If you don't want this guy, you definitely don't have to. But if you do want him, you might have to pay more than the retail price that he went for. So that definitely sucks in my opinion. But yeah, Overall, I'm gonna give this guy a 7 out of 10. And the reason for that is because he lacks accessories. I think a Key Blast effect would have been great. App Crunch accessibility would have been so much better if he actually worked well. And besides that, he just doesn't have as much range as I wanted him to. Again, it all comes down to that App Crunch range where he literally doesn't move that much. And I hate it. And again, the accessories are very lacking. They're literally the same accessories as any other $35 Vegeta figure. But just because he's a premium Bandai, he gets to be $65. Yes, he is the most screen accurate Vegeta we've gotten since forever. But that does not signify, that doesn't really signify the price of $65. So yeah, I think a 7 is good. He's still a great figure. Overall good on my ranking, but yeah, nothing too spectacular in my opinion. Am I disappointed that I got him now, that I have him here? No, not really, because again, he is one of my few Vegeta figures that I have in my collection, so I'm happy to have him. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this Vegeta, and if you're excited for future Vegeta releases. Because I for sure sort of am, but also am not. Because they keep reusing the same freaking lower body portions. But yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.